we've just lost 3-0 again, another poor defeat.
Yeah, that was very, very tough to take. I thought today we started relatively well. I mean, obviously giving away the penalty so early, stupid tackle to dive in like that. And yeah, I don't really have any words. I thought there was just like a lack of fight towards the end. Like even going 2-0 down, you think if you get a goal, you're back in the game, you know. But
as soon as we conceded that second goal, then McDonald got sent off.
Yeah, I mean, and just the heads dropped totally. It was just, I don't know. I don't have any words really. It's just tough, really tough to take.
When Tom Kearney came on, we showed a little bit of fight. We looked like we could get back in the game. We had a good spell, but they caught us on the break.
Yeah, as soon as Tom Kearney came on, the game changed. Like in my opinion, like for the better. Until they then obviously scored, that kind of I don't know. Tom, like, we're relying too much on. We're relying too much on TC at the moment, and we need to like go as a team. Something has to change. I don't know what's going wrong behind the scenes or like something. It's just conceding 28 goals in 10 matches is ridiculous. Like, if we keep going like that, we're obviously going to go down. You have to start from the back and work the way forward. But yeah, I don't really have much else.
We're playing Huddersfield next, who haven't won this season. We've got to win it.
I mean, yeah, if we don't win that, then I don't know where we're going to win. Like, it's just like, I don't see where the point's coming from right now. I mean, obviously Huddersfield is the one to target now, but we said that before Cardiff. We went to Cardiff and didn't deserve anything then, didn't get anything, so I don't know.
David, another defeat.
I kind of not expected it, but yeah, Bournemouth are a good side. They've been in this league for about 3 or 4 years. They know their team, they know how they want to play. Fulham don't have a clue really. Going forward a little bit, but going at the back, I don't know what's going on, to be fair.
Bournemouth, in my opinion, look like the Premier League model. We need to aspire to be someone like that.
Oh yeah, but defensively they were sound. I mean, Fulham, even at 1-0 down, we still wasn't going to get a look in, to be fair. And they played a bank of 5, a bank of 4 and a 1, and we just couldn't break them down, unfortunately.
Do you think we're going down?
No, not yet. Not to it's mathematically impossible that we can't stay up. We're going to stay up.
What about Slavisa's job? Is it in threat now, under threat?
It is, but I'm not going to say Slav out because what he's done for the past 3 years and made our club so much better and got us to the Premier League. I'm never going to forget that Wembley day, so I'm never ever going to say Slav out.
Another defeat for Fulham. We lost to Cardiff last week and now we've lost today.
Not encouraging, to say the least. I think that you struggle to really put together a plan for the club on and off the pitch, one that kind of goes together right now. And you look at that in terms of the recruitment, because the fact that we're playing 3 goalkeepers already into the season and we've not really had any injuries, that doesn't speak of a club that really knows what direction they're going in. I think players like Jean-Michel Seri and Andre Schürrle came into the club kind of being sold with this vision that we're going to go for the top 10, but I don't think there's any real plan to show for that on the pitch. You only have to look at those directionless performances we've had now against Cardiff and now this week against Bournemouth. No real chance creation. You just have to look at how Alexander Mitrovic was so completely alienated up front. At least he was being given something to fight for in those first few weeks, but today, not at all. I didn't get why at the beginning of the second half, after creating quite a few chances down that side, he was actually starting to give Nathan Ake a little bit of torture down that side, and then he was switched back over instead of Kamara. But I thought he did well. He certainly shows that I think he cares the most. He's the one who's sticking around on the pitch the longest at the end. But I think that there's no real succession plan in terms of how he's going to be integrated into this team. You only have to look at the fact that, I mean, the signings that were made during the summer, for example. Sessegnon, I think, is playing well, but he's not really being given the chance to develop, I would say.
And Abubakar Kamara playing today, I felt as though Luciano Vieta should have started ahead of him. I didn't think it was great from Abubakar today.
No, I thought that, I mean, for everything that he gives you in terms of a physical presence, he's just not technically really good enough for this league. I don't think that Dennis Adoye is either. I think he really struggles to defend. He doesn't look like he relishes defending, and you need somebody who relishes defending if they're playing at centre-back. So I don't understand that decision. I still very much think that Slavisa Jokanovic deserves the chance to go on, but I just want to see some sort of semblance of a plan, and it's just not there right now.
It's finished 3-0 to Bournemouth. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I thought I felt bad last week after coming out of Cardiff, but today was just something else. I mean, I hate to criticise Slav because what he did last season, absolutely love the bloke, but Abubakar Kamara should be nowhere near this team. I mean, Jack says a lot on the podcast, but the man has no footballing ability. You look at Luciano Vieta's on the bench. He's got, at one point in the season, he got the joint most assists in the Premier League. I mean, he should be starting over Kamara. The amount of times Kamara had the ball on the right in that second half and just couldn't put a ball in to save his life. Mitrovic was in there. I mean, formation as well. First half we played this sort of weird 4-4-1-1 sort of formation, and it just meant we played two sort of holding midfielders, and there was no link between the strike force at all. Mitrovic was so alone up there. I mean, Shirley was doing his best to get in behind, but there was nothing. I mean, Seri and McDonald were having to ping balls in, and there was no one in behind to get there. I mean, I wish I could tell the answer, but at this stage I don't know. I mean, I thought Rico, third goal, possibly should have done better, getting in the near post. I'd like to see it again. I mean, the penalty, it was a Stonewall penalty. There's no need for Timmy Fonsementis to make that tackle. But just overall, it's just a poor team performance. And Tim Ream said it in the week, I don't think they care enough. Like, second half, heads dropped, second goal in, heads dropped, 10 men, it's game over at that point, you know. There's time to fight it still, but yeah.
We've got Man City in the Cup. I mean, do you just expect the youngsters just to play and we'll just basically lose that game as well?
Yeah, I mean, mix it up. I mean, we're not going to get anything out of that, realistically, are we? I mean, going to the Etihad, it's a pretty grim place to go at this point. But I mean, Monday night is huge now. We thought the last two games were huge. Monday night is huge. It's 100% of 6 points. We need to win that game. We need to get something out of it. I mean, a glimmer of hope when Kenny came on, we looked slightly better. When he was in behind, I mean, we had about a 20-minute spell there where I was feeling positive. I thought we could get a goal back, make it 1-1, make it interesting. I mean, he has to start on Tuesday night. I don't want to see Kamara anywhere near the squad, unfortunately. I love the bloke from last season, but he's just not good enough. Mitrovic needs service to him. He's not getting the service. He has the goals. He's got the quality. We just need to give him the service.
Even Jean-Michel Seri is just not really shining. You know, he's not a standout player. He was a marquee signing, but he's not shining.
I mean, he started the season well. I was planning a piece for Fulhamish, but I was thinking, right, this guy's got the quality. He's one of the best players I've seen at the Cottage for the first 4 games of the season, and he's completely gone off the boil. You know, he loses the ball too often, and I don't know whether it's not the fact that he has had Kenny with him recently, and I think that maybe will help him when Kenny's back and when Kenny's back into full fitness. But just at the moment, it's not good enough, and Seri needs to step up. Everyone needs to step up. It's just poor at the moment.
Finally, a bit of credit to Bournemouth. I think they're a really good team.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I really like Bournemouth. I think they play the way we like to play. I remember here a couple of years ago, 5-1 was one of the best performances I've seen at the Cottage in the Championship side for a while. And yeah, 100% respect to Bournemouth. And yeah, just one last point I'd like to say. I think anyone who's taking Slav out at this point, I think there's no need to say at this point. Keep it. Like, I understand why you're annoyed, but we need to keep building with Slav. We need to keep changing off him. We need to go because he's done this at points last season. We took so long to get going. The season before, I think it will come at a point. We just need to be patient at this stage.
Nathan, 3-0.
Yeah, not a great day at the office. Didn't feel good about it coming in today. A bit nervous, and yeah, it was just the same old, same old. It's been depressing. It's just way too common this season. So.
Are you really frustrated? I'm frustrated because, you know, we lost to Cardiff and we went, right, we need to bounce back, and we just haven't against a team that are, to be fair, very good.
Yeah, but just I don't understand how we just can't start building one thing after another. So, you know, today we haven't been able to defend, but we've been able to attack. Today we couldn't defend and we couldn't attack. So it's like we're sort of regressing rather than going forward, and I think it's incredibly frustrating. I mean, I don't know about you, but the last time I saw Bournemouth play was here when they went up and they beat us 5-1. And to be fair, they were an incredible side. They were banging around the pitch, just absolutely amazing. Deserved the win. Fans deserve to go up. And today, you know, they deserve the win as well. They're a better run club right now than us, and playing better football.
Where do you see this team going? I mean, we've got Liverpool on the horizon as well after Huddersfield.
If we don't get 3 points against Huddersfield, it's going to be very ugly. And I love Slav. I know everybody feels the same way, but we've got to sort something out. We've got to make it happen. And yeah, we've got to find some shape, got to find some direction. Kearney needs to stay healthy. He looked better once he came on the pitch. But, you know, unless Mawson gets healthy, unless something happens on that side, it could be a very, very long season. I mean, the only consolation is that Cardiff aren't picking up a ton of points. Huddersfield lost. Newcastle and Southampton did the battle to be at the bottom of match of the day. So as long as we have, you know, one worse or 3 worse teams than us, then maybe we'll stay up. But right now, it's not pretty.
George, 3-0.
Disappointing, really disappointing. I thought there was a good 5 minutes. About an hour in, we just got to fix the other 85. Really, yeah, disappointing day.
Huddersfield next week is massive. 2 teams who have struggled. I don't think Huddersfield have won this season. We've won 1, but it feels like an age since we've last won our game. We have to win that game.
We do, but I don't think we've shown enough to even show we can beat teams like that. You know, Bournemouth are the type of side at home you really need to be getting a good performance and a good result against if we really want to stay up this season. You know, if we keep going the way we are, I think we're really going to struggle. I think Kenny coming back, as soon as he came on the pitch, you saw a change of atmosphere. The players looked far more confident. It's just a shame that I think we conceded pretty much immediately after on the break, and then McDonald got sent off. So I think Kenny coming back is going to be a really important one, but we definitely need to have a big step up if we're going to even beat the likes of Huddersfield.
You like your stats, and we gave the ball so many times away. We gave the ball away so many times to lead to goals.
Yeah, I think ball retention's a big part of that, and there was too much pressure on Seri. McDonald didn't offer a lot on the ball, and it was all on Seri, who had to try and be the more of like the deep line playmaker and the only real central attacking threat as well. So there was far too much pressure on him, and he, to me, that kind of bled into the other players as well. He lost a bit of confidence. We saw Fosu Mensah give the ball away, Adore give the ball away, Ream gave the ball away. As soon as Kenny came on and he gave them those options with ball retention, they had a lot more time on the ball, a lot more confidence, and that started to get a bit better.
If Kenny was to start the next game, do you think as a team we would perform better?
Definitely. I think one thing I really didn't like in Slav's game plan today was the two-man midfield. You know, we really struggled to control the game, and as soon as Kenny came on, the three in the middle, suddenly, you know, the wing backs really pushed up. Abu Kamara was doing a lot more on the ball. So to me, Kenny's got to play, but we also need to go back to the three in midfield, because I think, as was shown in the second half of today, it really did start to work.
All right, delighted to say we're joined by gentleman Jim and Jamie Reid. Thanks very much for being here, but it's not a good result at all.
No, frustrating. At 1-0 half-time, you think to yourself, you're bang in it, and there's the opportunity to go on in the second half, bringing Tom Kearney on. Great. I really did think that we could get something positive from it. As it is, it's so frustrating. The second goal is the crucial goal. Not long after that, Kevin goes off, sent off, and it's frustrating to take. I really did think it would be a game where we could pick up 3 points, or at least a point, to get the season up and running again. Unfortunately, that's not happened.
Jim, we went into that second half just a goal down, brought on Tom Kearney and started to look a little bit more positive, but at the end of the day, they've caught us on the break.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, I thought the 10-15 minute spell before their second goal was our best of the game, you know, and I thought we were looking the stronger side at that stage, and had we been able to nick an equaliser, we might have gone on, as Jamie said, to win the game. But we've got a major problem at the moment. We're getting caught on the break. We committed men forward. I thought we had a couple of opportunities at least to break that move up, but next thing, you know, it's through the keeper's legs. It's their first real attack of the second half. We're 2 goals down. Then Kevin goes off, as Jamie said, and you just knew it was going to get worse. And at the moment, it is quite frightening, the amount of goals we're letting in.
Slavisa obviously has been under a couple of. There's been speculation in the media, but Shahid came out this week and said that his job is safe. I think we should stick with him. What do you think?
I fully agree, yeah. I think we should stick with him. You look at what he's achieved so far. I think he's got every chance and should be given every opportunity to try and put things right. I think he will put things right. He needs to find a consistency in terms of team selection, so knowing the team that he's going to pick and almost go with that. It's been hard integrating the new players into the side, but yeah, I would certainly stick with the manager, because I think he is the right person to put things right.
And finally, 2 fixtures out of our next 3, Southampton and Huddersfield. 6 points needed, as you said.
Yeah, I think so, to be honest. He's certainly anything less than 4, I think, will be in big trouble. But they're both winnable games. You'd have to assume, logically, we'll get nothing at Liverpool. So, yeah, I think we need, if we could get 6 points from those 2, stop the rot. At the moment, I'm just frightened that teams will be looking at Fulham as a soft touch, and everybody will fancy their chances against us. So the sooner we stop the rot, the better. And hopefully with a win up at Huddersfield and then another win here at Southampton, and we'll still be in amongst them.
Thanks very much for joining us. Cheers.
Come on, Fulham!